So we are counting down to the big final between India and Australia. It is 100 overs to immortality because whoever wins the World Cup will be in the realms of history. This evening, joining me at this hour are my colleagues Sahil and Osama. Sahil, there are a lot of nerves this morning. Tell us, what do you feel like?
I mean, I'm as excited as anyone can be, and I think this is going to be a big final for India. Of course, we are keeping our fingers crossed, unbeaten run. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, Australia will be a big challenge.
So, would you say that we're calling it a big final, but this team doesn't have any generational baggage?
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't because when you compare it with the 2019 team as well, you only have a couple of players who are part of this team. And when you look at how they went ahead in the New Zealand game, there was a lot of pressure in the semi-final. New Zealand bogey team for India, etc. But the way we dealt with it, I think it was commendable. Plus, the match, the last time India played Australia in a final was in 2003, long before any of these guys were playing cricket. So I don't think that is going to be a factor for this particular match. And going by what Australia brings to the table, I think they are a very dangerous side in an ICC tournament. They've won it 5 times. They've reached the final 8 times. So you cannot count them out as a competition. Obviously, you have to play your best cricket, and the way India is playing their cricket, I think. Even if they play the kind of cricket that they have played throughout, I think it is going to be India. Match is going to be in India's
favor. Let's take a little deeper dive, talk man to man.
Yeah.
Pretty much for a lot of them, this is the last World Cup.
Yeah.
Let's start with Virat Kohli. He's already at the pinnacle,
Right.
of his journey. 50, hundreds, maybe more coming over the next few years. But we don't know whether he plays the next World Cup, which is 50 overs World Cup coming. One final time this team is going to be playing, a big match like this. Tell us a little bit about what would Virat Kohli be looking at? Would he be just looking at the cup or some other milestones? Going to 51, 100 number 51.
I think that is something that every fan would be dreaming of. But I think knowing how Virat Kohli is, he would not be thinking about milestones or the occasion for him.
Yeah.
It would just be getting the job done. His approach was probably in the first game. His approach would be the same in the final as well. He wants to keep things as simple as possible, and hopefully we'll see another Virat Kohli miracle today.
I think Virat Kohli. It's very interesting with Virat Kohli because the kind of fitness that he has, still managing to convert those ones into twos. You cannot count him out for the next World Cup also, because he's probably the only player in this team along with Jadeja who can, because of their fitness, can make it to the next World Cup. Having said that, I think it is going to be very important for Virat Kohli because he wants to establish himself as um, as the greatest of all time that India has ever seen, that the world has ever seen in cricket. And I think the hunger that you see
I think
when he comes out
what
to bat, when
stands
he's
out for
out in
him
the
is
field,
hunger, yeah.
And I think that is something that is absolutely it's incomparable. You take the example of any other cricketer and any young cricketer who's just starting out. He has that energy in him at this point when he's 35. So that goes on to tell you the kind of dedication and
Well, he's
the
not
passion.
geriatric, by the way. 35, he's a 35-year-old is pretty young.
But when you look at
sporting age.
in sports, 35 is possibly when you are in the twilight of your career, and this has been the case with many cricketers. But going by Virat Kohli's fitness, I don't see him retiring anytime soon, and I definitely see him scoring more centuries. Hopefully, like you said, the 51st century in
coming
the
in
final.
Ahmedabad. Coming in Ahmedabad. Sahil, let's talk about Rohit Sharma. He's been a fabulous captain during this
Absolutely.
run, and nothing succeeds like success. And with every success, I think Rohit Sharma has gained that confidence in his, not just in his ability, but how he strategized this World Cup, and the whole chemistry of Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid has the bromance has flourished along
Yes,
the way.
yes.
Tell us a little bit about Rohit Sharma's journey and how important it is for him to conquer this moment.
Yeah, I think I remember the 2022 T20 World Cup, after which we said something needs to change.
Yeah.
This in
We,
terms
we,
of
we spoke
approach of
about
the
big
Indian team.
reshuffle, yeah.
Yeah. So Rohit has led the change. You see him batting up front, the way he sets the momentum for the rest of the team. I think he deserves a lot more credit than what he's getting. And
Yeah, as a captain,
for
as a player, both.
of
Yeah,
course. So
agreed.
even today, it would be for him. It would be the same for him to set that platform for his team, on which the likes of Kohli, Iyer, and
Like,
KL Rahul
when we
can
talk about the
capitalize.
2011 campaign, not many remember those wickets by Harbhajan Singh and the knocks that Suresh Raina played.
Yeah,
Of course,
Even
yeah,
the 98 by Gautam Gambhir in the final. I mean,
yeah.
all a generation of cricket fans that I talk to remembers is the last six by MS Dhoni. I mean, of course, that has left an indelible mark
Right.
for on all of us, and we are going to talk about it till the time we live. But those performances that I see with this team, that it's a team of 11 heroes. It's not
Yeah.
one hero or two heroes, but
Exactly.
a team of 11 heroes who have
And this
had
is
a
possibly,
splendid.
Rika, this is possibly for the first time that India has come into an ICC tournament and looked so dominant. And the reason for that is the fact that all your players are performing to their full potential. You take the example of the batsmen. All the top five batters have scored at more than 50 runs average, 50 average, and that speaks a lot about uh, the consistency that the batting as a unit has shown. Similarly, when you look at the bowling, right from Bumrah to Siraj to Shami, then you have both the spinners, you have Kuldeep and Jadeja. Everyone has managed to pick more than 12 wickets, 13 wickets in this tournament. And for a team to have the luxury of so many bowlers at the top of their game, I think it just it's we are lucky at this point of time that things like these are happening to the team, and it has happened throughout the tournament. I just hope that the last game of the tournament, that one final, the big final, I hope we continue doing what we have been doing throughout the tournament, because if we collectively come and perform today, I think there is no stopping us.
And I think it's about this match will again be about those one or two big performances. We don't need like everyone to be performing in the at the same level, but those one or two people who can deliver those performances and then take India over the finish line, right?
Yeah, of course. See, as you mentioned about Gautam Gambhir and MS Dhoni in the 2011 World Cup, who knows? Maybe today, Virat Kohli or
We
even
haven't got a biggie from Shubman Gill yet, and it's
yes,
Ahmedabad.
yes, of course, yes. So Shubman Gill knows Ahmedabad, the ground very well, thanks to IPL, and I think this could be the occasion for him to deliver. And I think we should not discount Surya Kumar Yadav as well. He
Right.
hasn't done much in this World Cup because he wasn't required as much. The top order was delivering, but today could be the occasion for him to maybe take India over the line and seal our place in history.
On the other side, let's talk a little bit about David Warner. Perhaps his last ODI match. We don't know if Australia loses or Australia wins.
I think
This will
he
probably be the last time we see David
I
Warner
think he
in.
still is thinking about playing the Champions Trophy, but yeah, this could well be his last. I mean, again, it all depends upon what kind of
He shapes up.
yeah, after this World Cup concludes, how exactly he sees himself in the team, what exactly is the communication from the board. So a lot of things can change.
Both Smith and Warner, I would say. Even Smith this time he's been off color. He hasn't delivered. Again, he is probably one of those who would be expected to deliver given the pitch that we are talking
Right,
about
right. Yes, we
today.
can all remember that Pune test. Yeah.
Yes, and one of those slow pitches. Who else but Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne to bat on those wickets, right?
Exactly. I think Australia will have to have all these veterans deliver on this pitch. Warner has the experience. Smith is probably their best batter in if it turns out to be a slow wicket, which gives a lot of assistance to spinners. So all these veterans would have to fire. And again, in terms of the bowling, Australian bowling unit, I think Hazelwood early on would be a little tricky for India. I really want to see how he shapes up against the likes of Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill.
Sahil, you must be reading up about the reports that are coming in from Ahmedabad. Given the track that we've spoken about,
Right.
you expect it to be like a 280 to 300 sort of a game?
Yeah, I think even Rohit mentioned that it is a slow surface, and I think somewhere between 250 and 300 should be a winnable total on this surface. Again, we don't exactly know how exactly is the pitch today. Before the toss, I think we'll have a clearer picture about how the pitch is coming up. But yeah, in the press conference, Rohit did mention that it's a slow surface, but still, uh, scoring runs would not be as difficult as some think.
And would you once again say that this will be that kind of a match where you win the power play, win the game?
I think that's been the case in this World Cup for most of the matches, and today could be the same case again. If Rohit delivers in the power play, I think India would be set for a big total
Right.
if they're batting 1st,
Mhm.
and bowling first. Then I think because due factor will come into picture in this at this venue, so it would be interesting to see what exactly is the decision of the captain once they win the toss.
Okay, finally, X Factor performers. You pick yours and then I'll pick mine.
X Factor performance. I think for India again, for me, Rohit Sharma and Mohammad Shami will be the X Factors, and for Australia, I would bank on Hazelwood and Steve Smith.
Okay, for me from India, it'll be Mohammad Shami from bowling, and I would actually like to pick two bowlers, Mohammad Shami and Ravindra Jadeja.
Okay.
Okay, and from Australia, I would like to pick Mitchell Stark and Glenn Maxwell.
Okay. Maxwell, yes. I hope he doesn't again pull off a Maxwell again. But
Exactly,
yeah.
he has pulled
Let's
it
see.
off twice
Yes.
in this tournament.
Yes, that's
Well,
what I
India
fear.
will be lucky now to have it happen for a third time. Thank you very much,
Thank you so
Sahil.
much.